Hello everyone, good morning. Good evening. Good evening everyone. Please confirm if I'm audible. Hello everyone, good evening. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start our session today. Hello everyone, good evening. Am I audible? Can someone please confirm in the chat? Well, before we start the session, thank you so much for your time. This really means a lot. You're giving up your weekend time. So thank you so much for that. So a warm welcome to KSR Consulting Services, known as KSR Data Vision. In today's session, we are going to discuss about what is the future of Power BI. Everyone says that, okay, Power BI is going to rule the world, but is it really true? What are the things you need to understand how this technology is going to be the boom even in the near future. Before that, let's talk about, is data analysis a future? So many of them are trying to switch on to data analysis technology. Now, is it the right choice? If you see, there are two different directions. One, going with the other technologies, it can be any technical technology. The other being the BI technologies that falls under data analysis. Now, who is going to win the race? Each one will have its own features, but we'll see whether the data analysis is going to be the future. This is a big question mark that will be answered by end of this session. Now, what are the things I'll be discussing is now how to become a data analysis or a data analyst if you're coming from any other technology, and what are the career options, what is the qualification that you should have, why this data analysis is becoming future, like why it is becoming famous, and also we'll see about the industry standards and opportunities. So this is what we'll be discussing in today's session. Now, to start with, is it a right technology for a career change? Now, one thing, there is a myth that is going at the back end of IT. Let's say you have completed your graduation, you go and ask someone, a person who is working in IT, so can I know what is the opportunities I may get to work in IT? So what are the things I need to know? You know what? The first thing that people will say is, the people who give advice, the people who are already working in IT, they give us, you need to be very strong in coding. Your programming skills is very important. That's what you hear it from most of the people in IT. Okay, that's a myth that you have to know programming language in order to fall into an IT technology. That's all is myth actually. I can give you a clear picture. Without even knowing coding, without even coming from a programming background, you can still master your career and get into a very, very good career into your IT. The reason, there are n number of technologies that nowadays it's been automated. You need not write a code, but still you can go and achieve whatever you want without writing the code. Now, those of coming from no coding background, or it's a very good opportunity for freshers. So whenever you're entering a fresher, people say that you do a course on Java or a testing or something like that. But this could be a very good opportunity if you are a fresher, because there are only few of them who know about this technology in the market. And whenever you have a gap in your career, of course, everyone will have their own personal issues. So it could be a health issue, or it could be a career gap, or it could be something else. You have been away from your professional work and you want to restart your career. This could be the right opportunity, because if you're going with any coding technology as such, the expectations will be high, right? But here you may ask me the same question: what if I show a gap, maybe I come from a gap, then I enter into IT? Still you can go and master it, because this, rather than considering as a technology, we'll talk about an app. Power BI is an application. You're going to master that. People who want to switch from non-technical to technical, working with BPO, sales, marketing, this is a very good opportunity for you to jump in, because this requires very less coding. I would say a 0% coding. Now, how the career opportunities are being in data analysis? It's one of the high paying job that's always in demand. Okay, this is something which is growing in market, because more and more analysis we are doing it in the real time. But unfortunately, we don't have a proper people or a talented people who can do this analysis. And one more thing I need to say is, there's a lot of things that you can do with the data analysis. The data speaks well for you. And if you're working for any other technology, maybe you will be falling under stressful life, where I would say that you have to put a lot of efforts, 12 hours, 13 hours, do a development work, connect with other teams. But here, I can say that it is most satisfying work. Most satisfying work. I would say that. I would say that whenever you are working on these technologies, it gives you lots of boost to your confidence, saying that you're trying to answer the client's question. The clients will be like asking a lot of questions, and you're going to answer by using BI tools. It also involves a bit of technical work and the way you communicate to the clients. Now, in terms of a data analysis, no one asks you what is your background, but they'll test your skills. Your skills are very important rather than what degree you hold, because data analysis completely depends on how you think, how you approach the problem, and how you solve it. That's the most important part. Now, let's see how you can improve this, what you can do with this analysis. Now, let me come back to this slide again, but once I'll tell you this. Nowadays, data is become like a gold for us. Data is a new currency. Now, the way the data is getting generated, you can do even wonders with the data. Now, if you see, I'll tell you how this data is increasing day by day. Okay. Now, let's see, in the last 6 to 7 years, there is a tremendous growth in the data size. Reason? Let me tell you the reason. But as of now, if you see, the left table is for your understanding purpose, like how much data we know. We all know gigabyte and terabyte. How we know? Maybe our phone is in a gigabyte memory, our laptop is in a TB, terabyte memory. After that, maybe you would have never heard about this, but if you observe clearly, The data that is getting generated across all the business across the world is 40 gigabytes up to 2020. Now, what is 40 gigabytes? 40 followed by 21 zeros. Now, this is a very huge in number. Now, you may ask me, what is the reason that it is getting this number is increasing? And that too, especially in the last 5 years, 6 years? The reason behind this growth is, as we know all, internet and smartphones is ruling the world. Let me give you a small example. Let's say a person who is 25 years of age, example, okay? Nowadays, even 18 plus people are also using smartphones. Even 15 plus, 10 plus also nowadays, even in the last 2 years, they've also started using smartphone just because of the online classes. Forget about the pandemic. Let's talk in terms of a normal scenario where a 25% of yes, a person. If you ask me, this person is using Gmail, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Ola, Uber, Google Pay, Phone Pay, IRCTC. So he's having almost 25 apps. One single person, 25 apps. Everything is for different purpose. Let's say you want to order food, you have Zomato and Swiggy. Let's say you want to go out, maybe you can take your cab, Ola, Uber. Let's say you want to purchase something, you still have Amazon, Flipkart, eBay. Let's say you want to do some transaction, you still have GPay, Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm. If you want to, you are feeling bored and if you want to just go and have some entertainment, you still have Netflix, Hotstar, Prime, and YouTube. Now, one thing if you observe clearly, to use all this app, you need something called account. Without account, you cannot even send a message in WhatsApp. Without even having an account, you cannot even log into Insta. Or without even having an account, you can't even book a Ola or Uber. Now, everywhere the account is required. A simple calculation, do a mind calculation. One single person, 25 apps on an average, 25 accounts on an average, spending 2 GB of internet every day. And I'm talking term of one person. There are 7.5 billion people on this earth. In that, 3.7 billion people are using internet. Just do a simple mind calculation. One person, 25 apps generating a 2 GB of internet. Imagine there are 3.7 billion people on this earth who is using internet. Now, where is this data getting generated? Now tell me, who is there to do analysis? Of course, if you ask me, I am also the person who is using all this. But for me, it's just an account. For them, it's a business. Every moment you keep scrolling your Instagram reels, for you, it's a time pass. For them, the more you scroll, for each and every scroll you do it, it's a revenue for them. The amount of time you're spending on Insta is like all the income that is getting generated for the Instagram. YouTube. Do you think for the next 1 hour what I'm going to speak? For me, maybe I'm speaking, you're listening, you're the receiving end, maybe I'm the sender end. But who is getting benefited? Even YouTube is also earning in this last 1 hour. Everyone is earning revenue, everyone is earning money, whatever is happening around us. Now tell me, when you people are there to do a lot, people are there to use these apps. Question to you: who is there to do analysis? Who is there to do analysis? That's where data analyst comes into picture. Now let's see few facts. We all know, see, these are a few apps which are using in the real time. If you all know it, we are using Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, Insta. 10 years back, or maybe 10 to 12 years back. Okay. In fact, I'll tell you one thing. I'll ask you a question. IPL is going on, right? IPL is going on. Which edition is this? Which edition is this? Maybe 13th or 14th. I'm not sure. Okay. Now, when was the inaugural IPL took place? When was the inaugural IPL took place? Now, let's say inaugural season, it happened in 2008. Inaugural IPL season, the initial IPL was started in 2008, and now we are in 2022. Now, if you observe carefully, now what everyone is doing when their own team, let's say you're a Mumbai fan, you're a Rohit Sharma fan, you're a Virat Kohli fan, you're a RCB fan, you're a CSK fan. Let's say if someone wins, what do you do? Immediately go and put your WhatsApp status. Immediately go and put as a story. Can you imagine when the inaugural IPL started, there was no WhatsApp and Instagram? Can you imagine this? Even now we are in the IPL season, everyone starts putting the story in Instagram and WhatsApp. And when the inaugural season happened, there was no WhatsApp and Instagram. Can you believe this? Maybe nowadays everything is very flexible. You want to send money to someone, you need not even worry. Just go and pay using payment apps. Now, what is all this? If you see, all these apps are getting famous. People are using it more and more in the last 6 to 7 years. Before that, the price of the internet was also huge, and the smartphones was bit of costly. It was not like affordable. Now, just imagine how things have got changed. Now, when these things are changing, if you see the active users, if you see 2.37 billion users are using Facebook. WhatsApp 1.5 billion. Billion is what? 10 to the power of 9. This many users are using WhatsApp. Now, when everyone is using the apps, who is there to do analysis? That's the question to you. Now, before you use any apps or data sets, remember one thing. What is the data that you're generating? Every second, every second, when people are using apps, you can see that 1.7 megabytes of information is created every second. Over the last 2 years, 90% of the data is getting generated. Why? Smartphone users, internet users, things are improving. Now, suppose if I'm talking any technical term, okay, you don't understand the word, immediately what you'll go? You'll go to Google, you'll search in the search tab, and you'll get the list of content and you will search the meaning. That's what you do, right? As an Indian, an average Indian opens Google screen at least 7 to 8 times in a day. Average. If I ask you something, maybe you go and search. If you want to see the score, maybe I'll go and search in the Google. If I want to see what is going to happen tomorrow, maybe I'll go and see in the Google. An average Indian search around 7 to 8 times in a day. Imagine Google is processing 40,000 searches per second from different part of the country, different part of the world. Many people are going and searching simultaneously in Google has to Google has to process 40,000 search per second, yaar. It's a second. 3.5 billion searches per second. When everyone go and search, who will process it? Who will analyze it? That's the question to you. You people start using the internet more, people start using the apps more, but you never know what is happening at the back end. 3.7 billion humans use internet. Now, let's say almost 100 people are watching this video. Every minute, many live channels would have been there. Many YouTube videos are there. If you see 41 lakhs, 45,000 people are watching YouTube videos every minute. It's every minute. Maybe you 100 people are watching from this YouTube channel. What about all other 41 lakh people? Now all these people are generating data. Question to you. Who is going to do analysis? Who is going to do analysis? There is no people. There is very few people who can do analysis. People are very interested in using it. 4,50,000 tweets are sent every minute. Every minute, 45,000 pictures has been uploaded in Instagram. It's not a small number. When we were all into the last generation, we were all getting this films, the black and white films. Using that, we used to send photos. And now, everything is Instagram. Now, all these are the reasons why data is keep on increasing. In the last few years, from 2012, I would say, there is a tremendous growth in the data. The reason? Let me talk about the reason once again. How this data is getting generated? What are the reasons that data is getting generated? Now, the first thing is, I would say, internet users. I'm not sure if you people remember this. In the month of October, I exactly don't remember, October or November last year, 6 to 8 hours, WhatsApp, Facebook, Insta was completely down. The server was down. Do you remember this? Do you remember somewhere in the last October or November, we had around 6 to 8 hours, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, the server was down. You were not able to log in. You were not able to send messages to anyone. Do you remember this? With just the 6 to 8 hours, with just the 6 to 8 hours, you were not without these three apps. I would say the Facebook, Insta, or in WhatsApp, but other things were working. Let's say YouTube was working. I would say that Hotstar was working. Prime was working. So some of the apps were working. But what if there is no completely, there is no internet? Can you imagine a life without an internet? At least in this generation. Without even a WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, you really struggled for 6 to 8 hours. You were searching in Twitter, what is happening, when they will fix it. All this was happening. Imagine a life without an internet. That's the power of internet. That's the power of internet. Now, smartphones. Everyone using a laptop or a computers, but nowadays everyone is having a smartphone. Even a small kid, maybe 5 years, 6 years old kid, even he is operating smartphone. That flexible it is. So smartphone with internet, the rest is history. You know how the data is getting generated. When you talk about the sensors, maybe in hospitality, or it could be a CCTV camera, lot of things are getting recorded over time. All this are like data. Smart devices. There is a watch. You just wear this watch and sleep, and morning wake up, it will monitor your sleep. It will tell you how your sleep was. What was your average heartbeat? Everything it's going to monitor, and remember this, everything is a data. IoT devices. Maybe you can expect one thing. Let's say this is your house, and let's say within your house there is this one thing called switch on and off. You know what is going to happen in future? If you want to switch off your fridge, if you want to switch off your regulator, if you want to switch off your TV, if you want to switch on your fridge, everything you can operate with your smartphones. That is what is the future. IoT is the future, Internet of Things. You need not go and on the switch physically. You can do it from your smartphone. If you want to switch off your AC, if you want to switch off your fan, everything you can do it with your smartphone. That is what is going to be the future. Maybe the next generation. Now, all these reasons are like we are generating data. Question to you again and again, I'm coming back to the same question. Who is there to do analysis? When people are there to use the features, who is there to analyze the data? Now, one more thing is very user friendly. Very user friendly. You give your smartphone to a 2-year-old kid, he will operate. You give your smartphone to a 60-year-old person, he will operate. It's not a rocket science that you have to be educated to use your smartphones. Never. That's the power of smartphone and internet. 10 years back, we were struggling to send messages. That too, if you remember, they used to give 100 free messages. I hope everyone remember this. And in fact, if you send any of the messages on any special day, they will charge you. That was the case 10 years back. Today, WhatsApp is ruling the messaging app. Very user friendly. If you ask me, these are the things which are helping us to generate huge data. Question to you, who is there to do analysis? Now, when these are the reasons which I'm talking about, I'll also give you a simple example of how the technology is changed. Let's say in 2009. Now, if you want to take some good photos, obviously, if you want to go at a very good angle, you had something called this person who is like using a chopper, or I would say like he is also holding a camera and is like taking at risk of his life and is taking photos. Now, how the things have changed in the 10 years? How the things have changed in the 10 years? Don't you think this can do both works? It can take the best snaps. Do you think that both cameraman and pilot lost their jobs in 10 years? Don't you think that in the 10 years, these two people have lost the job? That is how the technology is changing, but still people are not getting used to what you can bring out of the data. This is a powerful slide for you just to tell you where the world is driving to. You can reach me back maybe if everything goes good, maybe in 32, 2002, 2012, 2022, and in 2032, let's see what happens. In the next decade, let's see what happens. Things will change. Things will change. It will not be same. The world is moving into an advanced technology. Driverless cars, robots, IoT devices. So all these things are really changing. And one thing you need to understand why this is all important. Now, the data is very useful. Why? Because it's a decision making. If you want to understand anything, you have to make some decisions, right? You have to improve your organization. You need to know what type of customers are coming to your business. Without data, you cannot do anything. You can get the right information to the right people. Let's say you want to sell a smartphone. Will you target the people who is below 5 years of age? Never. Do you target the people who is above 60 years? Never. Your target will be the people who is a middle-aged person. For them, you'll target this phone. Let's say there is a pension plan. Will you go and talk about a pension to a 15-year-old guy? Never. You will talk about the pension to whoever is 45 above. It all depends on who is the right person who's going and purchasing your products. And all this can be done only if you get the right data and only if you understand the right data to the right people. Now, by analyzing the data, you can even try to improve it in terms of revenue, in terms of customer segmentation. In order to interact with the customers, you try to reach out to the right people. End of the day, you are all going to earn money. Now, all these reasons, I would say that data is very important. Remember this tagline: more data, more analysis, more results, more profit. End of the day, this is what you want. As simple as that. Now, now, in terms of your understanding, one thing you can see is end of the day, every business, you talk about Google, you talk about Flipkart, you talk about Amazon, you talk about KSR, everyone works end of the day for a revenue. Now, how do you target right people at the right time? Your data is your asset. You can generate money with your data. If you ask, maybe if you're a non-technical person, if you're non-data analysis person, for you, using your Instagram or a WhatsApp or a Facebook is nothing. But if you ask me, everything is data for me. Everything is revenue for me. Now, you should also remember one thing. We are trying to improve the customer's satisfaction by providing the right features at the right time. For that, data is important. Now, we are all talking about data, why is important, what and all you can do. You should also understand now how we are going to solve this problem. Okay, fine. People are using internet. People are using generating data. Everything is going. What is next? The next thing is how you can try to bring the solution to the clients. That is where your BI comes into picture. BI stands for business intelligence. Now, in terms of the BI, I can say that your data is coming from different systems. You're putting into everything in a well organized form. You are cleaning the data. You're providing a lot of transformations. You are trying to bring the insights of the data all in one. I can say you are using your intelligence and coming up with the strategies. These things can be bucketed into a concept called business intelligence. Now, business intelligence is a very vast area. where all the things is being done individually. Let me give an example. Let's say there is a data set A. In that there is a age column. Maybe in the age column you give 23, 24, 29. There is a data set B. Maybe there is an again age column. Here this time they are going to give 445 months, 600 months, 850 months. Now the same is age column, but unfortunately in one data set they have stored in the years and one data set they have stored in the months. If you want to club together, either you have to convert A into B or B into A so that you will get a clarity of the data. Let me talk about gender. So what is male? M. What is female? F. Done. This too is enough, right? But if you see in most of the data, MALE, FEMALE, then MA, then FE, then yes, then no, then 1, 0. Is this really required to categorize this? Of course, there are only two genders, but why are you maintaining all this? Don't you think it's a waste of data, I would say? Or it is not well properly organized? Now, all this, now you have to clean the data and then you have to come up with the insights. That is where your BI stands for. Now, there are so many tools which will help us to do for us, and and there are so many business intelligence which can clean the data, process the data, transform the data, and analyze the data. But one thing which you are going to learn is it's going to be Power BI. There are many reasons why we have selected Power BI. The demand, the constraints, the people are asking, the organization level, the projects, and how beautiful this tool is, how easy to learn this. Based on all this, I should say that this tool is ruling the world. This tool is ruling the world. And if you observe, this is a very, very new tool. Power BI's age is 7 years. The age of the Power BI is just 7 years. It was started in 2015 and now we are in 2022. It's just 7 years. You go and ask someone who's working in a web developer, who's going to ask who's working in admin, you go and ask one who's working in BPO, you ask what is Power BI, they will never know it. It's a new tool that is ruling the world. One more thing you need to understand, it's a Microsoft product. You know what is Microsoft? Even the presentation which you're seeing on the screen is the Microsoft product. You know how trustable product it is. Facebook is a brand. Google is a brand. Microsoft is also a brand. No one can even touch the branded. That's where this tool is also in demand. Now, when talking about this is a sample report that you're seeing on the screen that is built in Power BI. Now, you may ask that, okay, what if I'm generating the data, but who is doing the analysis? What is the total product sold? What is the total number of sales making? How many customers are there? How the growth of the company is growing? What is the profit? From which year to which year data analysis it's happening? What is the year on year growth? Which are the top 5 cities? Don't you think this will really benefit me to help? Of course, let's say you are in a classroom, you are a teacher, and there are 30 members in the class. And all 30, do you think they will score first rank? Definitely not. They'll be ranked between 1 to 30. Now, what's your objective? For the first 3 rank students, your classes or maybe your values increasing because of the top scorers. Do you worry about them? No, definitely. Even if you teach or you don't teach, definitely there are people who are going to score. But you'll try to concentrate on the last 5 ranks, bottom 5, and try to improve as a school. You try to get a good name. So for every business, in order to move into the next level, your analysis is important. And now we are coming to a place where you can do your analysis everything in a tool called Power BI. By using Power BI, you can do the analysis. Now, what are the opportunities in Power BI? Or I can say it as data analysis. Now, this is a very, very important slide. The way the Power BI and data analysis is going to the next level, you can find the opportunities everywhere. Let's say in terms of a banking, you'll figure it out. How many customers are opening the account? How many customers are closing the amount? How many customers are withdrawing the money? How many customers are applying for fixed deposit, recurring deposit? How many people have taken a loan, personal loan, credit card? The more you take the loan, the more company will generate revenue. Come to e-commerce. The number of products you purchase, for you it's a product, for them it's a revenue. So how many times you have been purchased, what are the products has been purchased, what is the product in demand, which product is going to generate more revenue, all this you can get it in terms of e-commerce. Let's talk about telecom. The each and every call you make, the each and every minute you are using internet, the company is tracking the usage. Health. The moment you go into an hospital, you can know how many census is running to monitor your health. If you ask me, 10 years back, if you want to travel somewhere, you have to go to some agent, you have to go to railway station, you have to go to bus stations to book your tickets. To book your tickets. I still remember I used to go to a railway station and book stations. I'm sorry, bus stations for taking the tickets. Now, one app, one app, one app is more than enough to get into your objective to book a ticket. That is how the world is moving towards the opportunities where you have n number of things to do. Now comes my analysis. How many tickets has been booked? What is the revenue that is getting generated? All this can be done by using these apps. Payments. Everything you can do it in digital. Phone Pay, Paytm, Google Pay, net banking, mobile banking. Within minutes you can do it. So opportunity for Power BI is huge because it is not sticking on to only one domain, it is sticking on to various domains. In every domain, there is an analysis involved. That's how the powerful, whether you are going with a data analysis or the tool such as Power BI, you have n number of opportunities. If you apply rightly to the right companies, you will fall into a very, very good company. Now, this is opportunities. Now, what could be your role whenever you go as a Power BI developer? Remember one thing, you'll be given a raw data and you have to convert it into insights. That's your major objective. As I said in the beginning, the data may be not that clean. You have to clean the data. That is also your responsibilities. Maybe you will be providing insights in terms of a charts, calculations for better understanding, and there are many things which will help us to do. Also, you can make some interactive reports. Not only you're building the report, you're also trying to help them with the decision making. You try to use your brain, get some insights and improve the revenue to the company. Now this will be your roles and responsibilities if you go into a Power BI role. Honestly, with my experience, I'm saying this is a most satisfying job. Most satisfying job. It's not that you go and sit and develop an application, develop a web application, sit and write a code, get stressed, pressurized. A lot of things are there outside this technology. But this technology, this sector, you try to report the business. You, in terms of your understanding, never think as terms of an app user, but think as an app developer. Hey, how many people are using my app? How many people are using on a daily basis? How many people are purchasing from a website? That is where you start thinking in terms of a business. That is where you develop your skill in terms of analyzing the data. Now we have talked about the roles and responsibilities. We can see that among all the other occupations which you have, one thing I can say is the business intelligence as well as the data Power BI developers, there is a huge growth that is happening in terms of the job openings as well as the projected growth. If you see in near future, there is going to be a huge openings for this role. If you are attending this session, there is an impact that you can create it by getting into the technology, and next 10 years you can see lot of changes that has happened. In future, remember one thing, everything is data. Without data, nothing you can do. Without internet, you can't even think of life without an internet. Your life is going to be at the next level, but for everything, data is going to be the fuel. Now, what are the job opportunities? The market has reopened for the technology, where you can see a lot of job openings with Power BI. And along with Power BI, we are also going to scale it up on the previous before Power BI, how the reports were used to be developed, and then using Power BI, and also like how this can be a future, how this huge data can be handled in terms of a cloud. Everything we are going to learn here. The job opportunities is really good for this technology, which is one of the hottest skill currently in the market. Now coming to, we are going to start a course which is called full stack Power BI developer, where we provide 100 hours of BI technologies, learning different technologies. Maybe you focus on Power BI, but everyone is learning Power BI just because it is very easy. In order to be a unique person, you need to know multiple skills. I would say let's learn SQL, let's learn Msbi, let's learn Power BI, let's learn Azure. We will spend a lot of time in learning this 100 hours. I could say that there is no need to learn anything for the next 10 years. Today there could be one tool, tomorrow they said, hey, what is this? Yeah, the demand for Power BI is gone. What is next? And again, maybe you are learning Azure, and what could be the next? What is this? Every year keep on scaling, scaling, scaling. Do you think my entire life I'm going to read? If you learn these four technologies or four parts, you need not worry for the next 10 years. I can guarantee you this. I can guarantee you this. Now, in our course, we are going to spend 100 hours completely on the BI tool. We are not a people who's going to teach you Power BI in just 15 days. We are going to spend complete 40 hours. We are going to do 3 real-time projects. And in order to learn Power BI, you need something called organization account. Let's say, for example, at tcs.com, at infosys.com. So you need an organization account. If you have an organization account, you can have the clarity of learning complete tool. We are the one and only institute in India to provide an organization account for you. No other institutes provide this account. For each and every individual student, we are going to provide you. This is This is a unique feature that you're going to bring to your, we are going to bring this to your skill. So you can get this account and you can use complete understanding of the tool. You can learn A to Z. People actually fail in companies because they don't have this real-time project experience. That is where people fail. Here you get an opportunity for implementing complete end-to-end, because we are going to provide each and every person an individual account. But last but not the least, we provide you a lot of interview guidance. We make you to sit in our institute. We train you like anything. We make you to get that practice, and we will help you in terms of mock interviews. We will prepare your resumes. We'll give you the projects. We will help you to solve. We will give the data sets, and we will make you to work hard. That's how you get the job in this tool. It's not that you train it, okay, you go out of the institute. No. If you're walking out of an institute, you have to go with a job. That's the motive and objective that we do have. Now, all these things you can get only in KSR Data Vision as an institute. I'll tell you one thing. Rather than we call ourselves as an institute, we call ourselves as a startup. We are a startup. We provide quality training. We deal with the freelancing projects. We try to interact with a huge organization. We get the project for you and we try to solve the reports. That is how we are unique when you compare with all other institutes. Okay. Now, after completing this course, you'll be learning all these tools. You'll be learning all these tools and you'll become an expert in writing the SQL code, working with before Power BI what they were using, that Msbi, and also we'll be learning to the cloud service. And this is the most important part. We will train you in such a way that you'll be readily available to work in IT projects. That's the level of training we go into. Everything will be from scratch. Everything will be from scratch. Now, now, next, what I would say is we have our own LMS app. The app name is called KSR Data Vision. We are available both in Android as well as iOS. You can load this, you can download this, and you can start registering with our course. There is a link in the description that is added in this video. Please get registered to get your first 5 free classes. This is an online class. Okay. The timings will be 8 a.m. to, sorry, 6 a.m. to, this will be the timings. Monday to Friday, we work like an office business hours. Okay. Everything is going to be online for this batch because things are getting back to normal. So once things are back to normal, we'll also have the sessions offline, which is going to be a classroom training. We are in Bangalore. But as of now, this batch is going to be an online session. The batch timings is 6:30 to 8 a.m. Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, our team will help you to solve your doubts, questions, forums, installations, assignments, homeworks. Our mentors will be there to help you. We are going to give you first free 5 classes. The class is going to begin this 12th Thursday. The classes will begin from this Thursday. please attend our first free 5 classes. The link has been added in the description. Enroll for first free 5 classes, and then you can attend it. Okay, let me show you. You can enroll this full stack part of Power BI. Just enroll this. You can just enroll it. You will get first 5 free classes, and the class is going to begin at the class is going to begin on 12th of this month. It is going to be it is going to be 4 months course, 100 days, Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday for doubts. And I can say one thing, we have a record of 100% job. When I say 100% job, listen to this terms and conditions. Those who are attending our class from the day one without even missing a single class, who are able to do our assignments, who are able to solve all our use cases, you will definitely get job. We are guarantee for that. And the fees for this course will be 27,000, but you will get a discount. You'll get a discount 25,000. 25,000 will be the fees for all four: Power BI, Msbi, SQL, and Azure. And for this batch, everything is going to be online. So this is about the course. So let me try to answer all the questions. What is the fees? Fees is going to be 25,000. We are in Hyderabad. Wherever you are, you can just attend our sessions. This is going to be an online training. We'll help you, and it's not like something we'll be connected virtually, but we'll help you to have the complete, the real experience with respect to our institute. The topics will be taught in online for this batch. Location, we are in Bangalore. 100 hours, we are going to nearly learn it for 3.5 to 4 months. MSBI is something that we were using it before the evolution of Power BI. So it's like something you're learning past, present, or future of your reports. Any other question? We are going to cover MSBI, as well as we are going to provide Azure as well, the cloud services. We will be providing you certificate, the completion certificate as well. Any other questions? Please look into the description. We have the link. Please open the link. You can create your free sessions, first 5 free sessions. Attend your first free 5 sessions, then you can decide about the course. We will help you to prepare your resumes, projects, real-time experience. We are going to do that. There are 2 time slots. One is going to be 6:30 to 8, and one is going to be 8 a.m. to 9:30. As of now, we are starting this batch. This will start in the next 15-20 days. Any other question? We provide EMI option as well, like you can pay at a credit card, and you can convert this 25K into installments. We have that flexibility in our app. You can pay it at an EMI or you can pay it one stretch. Irrespective of whichever location you are from, definitely you can attend our sessions because this is everything is going to be virtual online. 25K is a package for all four. The class starts on 12th of May from Thursday. Please reach out to these numbers. You can mail us, you can contact us. Any other question? Any other questions? Please make use of first free 5 sessions. We have added the link in the description. Please get registered. First attend 5 free classes. You can get to know about our way of teaching and then you can join our sessions. Eligibility, I would say there is no one is going to ask any high-end masters or maybe MBA or BE. Any graduation should work. See, I would say that learn complete package, Msbi, Power BI, Azure, SQL. This will help you to get the complete end-to-end knowledge. Only Power BI, I would say you will have very less opportunities. The reason why we are teaching all for is you need to be a standout from all our other employees. If you are searching for a job, your profile should be a very highlighted one. It should not be from a normal institute. That's the reason. Irrespective of whichever year pass out you are from, you can still go and apply because this is a analysis tool. It's not a something like coding. We'll also help you to get into right companies by giving you proper referrals as well. The link is not in the comment section. The link is in the description. We are going to have a separate LMS app. We have our separate LMS app where we have all the courses. Where we have all the courses. We would have gone through all this. If you see this, all these are the courses that is applicable, and you can go and see any video n number of times. This is our LMS app. Once you buy it, you will be seeing in the my courses and you will be start seeing what exactly is this course about. You can see n number of times and you can get trained by these videos. Average package for an 3 years 4 years experience, we have seen around 16 to 18 lakhs package. Please contact us for more details on the payment side, but as of now I can say 25,000 with the EMI option that is available over the credit card. If you still any information, please reach out to these numbers. Yes, you can pay it by credit card, you can opt for EMI. So I would request you to attend your first 5 free classes, then take a decision, and definitely I would say that you will be learning a lot of things in this 100 hours. The reason for this price is we have to pay Microsoft for this organization account. In other institutes, what happens? In other institutes, what happens? They use only the trainer uses the account and they'll be sharing. In our case, we give for each and every student. That is a reason that this is bit higher charge. We have to pay Microsoft for each and every person. And one more thing I would say is, it's not that you can complete it in 1 hour, 10 days, or 2 months. The reason why we are teaching for 4 months is, end of the day, you need to survive in IT. Getting a job is not your objective. Surviving in IT, getting into a good role, getting a complete hands on, surviving in the job is important. That is a reason we are going to go in a very step by step. You can ask me to teach in one day, I can do it. What is the purpose? End of the day, you need to be a part of organization. So I would request you to contact this number for any other questions. Okay. So we will meet for the first free classes. You will get to know about us. You can get to know about us. Okay. We'll also help you to get placed in terms of referrals, in terms of projects. We'll train you and you can reach out to our team. Okay. So thank you all. We will meet again in the next session. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel.